How about them Rangers, baby? Rangers win 3-0 over the San Jose Sharks. What a way to wrap up the road trip. Finally done with this garbage of having to stay up all night to wait for the game, watch the game, all of that. You name it. The Rangers finally are done with that for this season. So no more of these late games. And it's nice because the Rangers close those late games out on a very high note. What a game for the boys tonight as they now make it. I was about to say they make it two in a row, but they don't. But Chesty Ryan back-to-back shutouts. That's something. You got that going. Braden Schneider scoring his first NHL goal, baby. How about that? A guy that I was like, hey, why did the Rangers trade up for? Why did we get this guy? I was not a fan on draft night. It's one game, but I love what I saw, and he easily was the best player tonight. 1000% was the best player tonight for the Rangers, and if he keeps doing that, hey, prove me wrong, shut me up. I'm an idiot. What do I know? That's what I want. What a game from the first shift for the kid. Wow. Shots on goal for the game, 31-37 in favor of San Jose. Doesn't tell the story of this one. Face-off percentage, 51-49 in favor of San Jose. So just outbeat there. Special teams 0-1 in the Rangers on the power play. The Sharks 0-2. How about those jerk-offs in San Jose? 3 minutes left. You get a power play at the end of the game, and you don't pull the goalie? Makes no sense. They were down 2-0. They could have pulled the goalie easily. They decided not to. Pims 11-9. That ended up being that way because you had a fight in the second period, which we'll get into that once we start discussing the second period. Hits 21-11 in favor of the Rangers. Block shots 14-11 in favor of the Rangers. Giveaway 6 for the Rangers to San Jose's 9. That was a great effort. The numbers really don't tell the story at all with that one. Shots on goal per period, 10 for San Jose to the Rangers 6. Rangers outshot San Jose on the second 13-10, and then the third 17-12 in favor of San Jose, which the end of the game really helped them there with those shots. But let's dive into the action here tonight because this was a hell of a game from the start. Braden Schneider in his first shift. How about that? Making some nice defensive plays, making a nice little play to keep the puck in the O zone, making a nice little play in the neutral zone to get the puck to the other end of the ice. My God, the kid was electric from the first shift on. No jitters at all. Which you'd think from a rookie defenseman, there would be a few mistakes. You know, he'd do something, but he was perfect all night. There was not one moment where I was like, what the hell are you doing, Braden? Come on now. But he looked great all night. But how about the Rangers open the scoring early? Short-handed too. How about a shorty, baby? Chris Kreider from Mika Zibanejad and Adam Fox. Zibanejad with a beautiful pass, which, by the way, Kreider said, who's going to pass me at the All-Star game? Get Mika in. Well, there was the guy that passes to him, and he did it there. Fry Dizzle, that's our captain, baby, our unofficial captain, scoring shorthanded, and that was the Strome penalty there, which ended up being a cross-checking call, I believe. Rangers capitalize there shorthanded, and they go up 1-0. Complete shutdown there on the penalty kill from there on out, either way. So, looking good so far. You had really good looks in the first period. Panarin did look a little bit sloppy in the first period. I won't lie. He didn't look the best. But how about this guy, Anthony Greco? My guy has absolute wheels. Getting in on the forecheck, creating plays. I thought he had a really sneaky game. Second period, despite no goals, there was a lot of action there. You had Greco again, another great period, having a great chance from the side of the net. He was all over tonight. Then the third period, he set up Rooney for a great chance in front of the net. He had a great deflection chance, I believe. Greco was just great tonight. Unreal. But the second period was pretty action filled because here you have, I'm pretty sure it was Veal that ended up hitting Keandre Miller behind the net. I don't know how that didn't lead to a 5-minute major, considering the fact that, no, it actually wasn't. It might have been, it was Rosca, yeah. It was him. He hits Keandre behind the net, and somehow it only leads to a 2-minute penalty. I don't know what happened to the rule where if you see a guy's jersey numbers, it automatically leads to a 5-minute major. Maybe if Keandre Miller was shorter and it was to the head more the hit, they would have called that. Regardless, no, they don't capitalize there, but Jacob Trouba went on a warpath from there. That did not look good, though, that 4-on-4, because they did have some good chances, yeah. Strom with a pretty good chance on that, but I didn't like the breakaway opportunity that was given. I don't remember who on San Jose got it. I believe it was, I think it was Timo Meier, but someone on San Jose got a free breakaway chance. I didn't like that, and I'm pretty sure that was Keandre there again. Dude, you can't just jump up there. And then the third period, too, they had a really bad defensive miscue, but thankfully Igor was a brick wall tonight. He wasn't letting anything go by him. How about that for someone that is a bit rusty when he comes back from injury, doesn't really get a lot of opportunities, and he goes in the protocol, and now he comes back and he gets back-to-back shutouts after shutting out Tampa Bay last time. So how about that? But then Trouba there in the second period, like I was trying to mention, starts getting into it with Timo Meier. Meier's not having it. They both get roughing penalties. And then Trouba, not too long after he gets out of the box, him and Veal drop the mitts, and Trouba wins that one. Trouba was on a warpath again tonight. He did not like seeing Keandre there, and that's something that I love with this team now compared to last year. When someone gets hit or there's something that happens to your team that you don't like, we're going to respond. You're not messing with these Rangers. I love it. I love it. That's where I say, again, I hate the Panarin situation that it happened, but my God, is it a blessing in disguise because you're not letting that shit fly anymore. You're just not. But third period, the boys come out flying. Braden Schneider, baby, Schneids with his first NHL goal. How about that? Hedl gets pucks in deep. Strom, he's in the corner, finds Schneider open in the slot. Schneider snipes one on Adin Hill, and he gets his first NHL goal, and it's an absolute beauty. Braden Schneider, my goodness, that shot was so sexy. And the Rangers make it a 2-0 game. And from there on, you kind of got the vibe that the Rangers were going to close this one out. And there was no looking back there as they got a lot of good opportunities. Like I said, you got Greco setting up Kevin Rooney for a chance. Greco getting another great chance there. Schneider still making some great plays. Morgan Barron didn't get a shot on goal. I thought he had a good game. Johnny Brzezinski had a great chance late in this one, too, with a little tip in front of the net chance. But after all that, like I said, you had the penalty at the end with Jacob Trouba. I thought it was a stupid interference call. But San Jose, those idiots don't pull the goalie. And bad hockey teams do what bad hockey teams do. And then Chris Kreider gets the dagger. And that ends up being the game from Kevin Rooney, the Runesta. And the Rangers win this one 3-0. And an absolute beauty. So, first in the division, by the way. Didn't even notice that. With 52 points. Love to see it. Despite Carolina having 4 games in hand on us. And then Washington having one as well. Although if Washington wins that game, either way, they're still behind us. But regardless, a great effort there all around. Let's get into each individual line, which, by the way, this is impressive that the Rangers have been doing. They've been giving strong efforts despite having guys missing from their lineup so much. With the amount of guys going in the protocol, love to see the effort. Love to see it. But, yeah, let's get into the lines. First line of Kreider, Zibanejad, and Kago. By the way, I forgot to mention also in the third period, how about future Ranger Tomas Hertl almost getting an apple there to his future team. How about that? Found that pretty funny. But yeah, so the first line, like I said, of Kreider, Zibanejad, and Kakko. Really great night. I thought Kakko was pretty quiet. I would have liked to have seen more from him. Didn't really wow me tonight, but Zibanejad and Kreider definitely did. They had another 2-on-1 in this game. Kreider elects to pass on an opportunity where the defenseman knew he was going to pass all the way. I thought he definitely should have shot there. It is what it is, though. But they had a great night. Kreider with 6 shots on goal. Zibanejad with 4. Really great night. And then Zibanejad, how about him having a great one in the faceoff dot, 58%. The second line, now that you have Barclay Goodrow in protocols, and you also have Lafreniere, who won the protocols today, which definitely sucks as someone that loves Laffy. The second line ended up being Panarin, Strome, and Chytil. I thought that this was another line where it's like, okay, 2 of the guys had a pretty strong game. Panarin could have been a bit better. He did start off slow, but he started to get into a rhythm a bit later on. Strome had a really strong game. He ended up getting that beautiful apple on that Schneider goal. Which, by the way, Strome, ever since joining the Rangers, has really had a thing for helping players get their first NHL goal. But he ends up getting that 57% of the faceoff dot for him. That's what we love to see as well. Chytil definitely looks better on the wing. He did get a point, but there were times where he was just getting pushed around way too much. It's like, dude, come on, what are you doing? He's getting thrown around way too easily. I think it was Weatherby. I don't remember who it was, but someone just completely threw him. Or Nieto. It was one of those two. Maybe I'm completely tripping. I'm forgetting completely, but someone absolutely killed him. I believe that was in the first period. And then the third line tonight, this was a bit of a weird line, but it ended up being Greg McKegg, Kevin Rooney, right? Kevin Rooney. No, Kevin Rooney did not center it. He went 0% of the faceoff dot, so there's no way he was centering that line, right? Or am I tripping and he just didn't win a faceoff? Whatever it was, though. Yeah, Greg McKegg didn't take a faceoff. All right, so it was McKegg, Rooney, who didn't win a faceoff. But, and then Anthony Greco. Greco, 5 shots on goal, and the guy he has wheels. I knew that going into this, but my God, seeing him just, wow. It is fun to watch a guy skate like that all over the ice, doing things great defensively too. He might be a sneaky guy that could stay here in the NHL if he has another great game like that, assuming the players, some of the players that went in the protocol don't come off, but we might see some guys start to come off, especially Gauthier, Reeves, some of the guys that it's been a couple days now here. So they might be getting the band back together quickly. Although, after that game from Greco, I don't know how you take him out. But at the same time, the fourth line tonight was pretty solid too. I thought that third line was good, but that fourth line too. I mean, Johnny Brzezinski, Morgan Barron, and Tim Gettinger. I don't mind plucking Tim Gettinger out of the lineup. Not that he necessarily had a terrible game, but he definitely was the worst of the forward group tonight. And then Greg McKegg, too, I wouldn't mind pulling out of the lineup if they start getting some guys back. If you have 2 guys back, I mean, keep Greco in. The way he played tonight. But again, that fourth line was really, really good tonight, too. They had a couple good opportunities, especially Brzezinski late, like I mentioned. Morgan Barron definitely had a pretty solid game despite not getting a shot on goal. And the faceoff dot was pretty rough for him, but that's about it. On the defensive front, you have the Goat Farm pair, Lindgren and Fox. Another day at the office for Fox, getting an apple. What's new with him? Great things defensively there. And then same thing with Lindgren. They're just consistent every single game. Miller and Trouba, really great game from both of them. Miller decided after seeing the Schneider goal, he decided, hey, I want to try this shooting thing myself. He ended up firing wide, but I just found it funny that Keandre Miller started shooting the puck a bit after he saw Schneider pot one. And then Trouba sticking up for Miller. Love that. The 4-on-4, things got a bit shaky there. I believe it was Keandre. I don't remember who it was, but things got shaky there. Other than that, the defense was just perfect all night. And then how about that bottom pair of Patrick Nemeth and Braden Schneider? Let's not spotlight Patrick Nemeth. He had one good defensive play in the third period if what I can remember is from what I can remember. But Braden Schneider, my God, was he insane. And then after he scored, he almost got another goal as he had another great shooting opportunity there. Really great game from him. He was perfect tonight. Cannot complain. Offensively and defensively. Unreal. I'd like to see Zach Jones with them. We're so close to having this perfect defensive group. Just put Zach Jones in over Nemeth. Because like Statboy Steven tweeted, death, taxes, and Patrick Nemeth trying to kill his own goalie. Or Patrick Nemeth assaulting his own goalie. Whichever one you want to use. Because Patrick Nemeth just decides to absolutely throw, I don't remember who it was, into his own goalie. But the Sharks thought it was a goal. It didn't end up being a goal. It looked like Igor ended up putting his glove past the goal line, and it looked like maybe it snuck through, but it was really under his blocker, and everything was fine. In either way, they probably would have called goalie interference. And then speaking of goaltending, Igor Shesterkin, what do I need to say about him? 37 shots, 37 saves. Complete shutdown from him. He was great tonight, and now Twitter. New York Style 24 says, what a win. Igor back-to-back shutouts. Let's go. Schneider is going to be good. Yeah. Let's pump the brakes a bit on Schneider. As pumped as I am, as pumped as you are, as pumped as we all are, let's pump the brakes a bit just because I just am worried. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic with them for a while because we saw with Keandre Miller where the first half of last year, this guy was unreal. Just no way anyone's going to be going through him. This guy is unstoppable. And then the second half of last season came in and things got very shaky there. But let's pump the brakes. It was a great game, perfect game. I completely understand you being hyped from him tonight, just as I am. But let's not go overboard about him being great or anything yet. Let's definitely pump the brakes there. I just don't want anyone to think irrationally, and then if Schneider has a bad game, they're like, oh, this guy sucks, of course. So let's be a little rational just for now. That's how I would be, just cautiously optimistic. But yes, definitely could be hyped about him tonight. And then Twister Wrister Hockey, Nick, after I tagged him, said, GG, my guys were a little snake bit out there, but Igor was damn nasty out there. Way to cash in on a couple of our mistakes as well. Yeah, absolutely. Cash in on mistakes, which we're not really known to be this super great counterattack team, but it definitely worked out tonight. We definitely did, especially that shorthanded opportunity, definitely capitalizing on a mistake there. But yeah, GG to you, Tomas Hurdle. Can't wait for him to be a Ranger. And yeah, Igor, just, we're so spoiled, man. We're so spoiled. Henrik Lundqvist, Igor Shesterkin. And I think I'll leave it there. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and enjoy the content, especially if you're a Ranger fan. If you're not subscribed, I don't know what the hell you're doing. We recap every game here and bring you awesome coverage. Turn notifications on so you know when I upload these. It's after every single game. But just so you know, follow me on Twitter as well and TikTok in the description there, and I'll see you guys in the next one.